Alrighty, let's see if we get a few people on here before I go live and say what's going on out here. But essentially, on Tuesday of this week, a gentleman took an Argo out to the day sail and sunk it. So that's not good. Yesterday, we had 2 airboats out here that decided to retrieve them and use the day sail ramp itself to do so. By doing so, they created a perfect break line in the ice here in L'Anse Creuse Bay. And today we have a wind that's blowing off of shore. And well, I'll turn around here and show you the bad news first. As you can see, there is the line going around there. And all the way down in front of Geno's is wide open water. There's still an edge that kind of works in tight to the condo or to the condos and trailer park, but I don't think that ice is going to be safe to be on, especially with the wind we got. But I do want to show you one thing. We do have a sliver of ice right here, and there's a couple guys out walking on it right now. And I'll hop off the dock here and I'll show you how thick this ice was that the airboats, whoo, look at that hair flip back. That wind's going to keep building. I'll show you how thick this ice was that the airboats broke. If this was perfect black ice, probably would not have done too much damage, but they did a ton of damage here. Can I turn this? Yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera here for you guys. But that is the ramp here at the day sail now. So there would have been probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches of, you know, good ice, and then that white ice up on top out here. But as you can see, those airboats did a ton of damage. Do got a few guys over off the beach there. Got a bunch of people asking about the marsh. I tell you what, I will drive over that way. We'll keep it live and I will drive over there and we'll check it out. Figured I'd go live instead of doing a video, guys, because this is happening pretty rapid out here now. I did hear, or I read on one of the Facebook groups, there's a good group of guys out of Fairhaven. So if you're kind of already heading this way and you were planning doing the day sail, or can go north a little bit, probably a better option. So let me get this into the holder here. Let's drive over to the marsh and I'll let you guys know how that's doing. And I don't know if you guys heard, according to the groundhog, we're gonna have an early spring, and I'll be honest with you, yesterday I started to see Canada geese out here at Metro when I was filming, starting to do their pair bonds and kind of separating from the mass flock that's out here. So let's head over to marsh and we'll take a look, see how that's doing. I do want to say thank you guys for all the views. About 79% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel that watch the videos this year. It'd be great if a bunch of you guys would. I have a really cool video series coming up that I'm going to start sitting down and working on here shortly. At the start of last year, I got my hands on a really cool data set that goes back a long time here in the state of Michigan. And I've learned some very interesting stuff going through it. And I think it's going to be really, really good info to kind of share. And I kind of aggregated it into a more easier thing to understand the trends that happen here in the state. So you guys stay tuned for that. I don't want to give it away. It's something I've actually been working on and off on for like the last year of digging through this data and trying to figure out how to tell you guys what it is. But I think you guys are going to really, really love it. It's going to help everybody in the state, not just the guys here on St. Clair in the southeast part of the state. Yeah, I will say this, guys. These perch are not going to leave out here. So if you got a little boat, Harley's wide open. If you have the means to put it in, you're not worried about your lower end getting frozen, you have the way to keep it dry, definitely shoot over here and fish these channel mouse and cuts for these yellow perch. They're still going to be there. We're going to have some decent weather, a bit cold, but decent weather. Not cold enough to make ice, but chilly to be out fishing. We'll have some decent weather in the next couple weeks to actually go out and fish for perch from the boats. But Harley's open. Crocker, there was guys on it yesterday still fishing all the way into the evening. So I am seeing over here off the island here, back in the back basins, there's some big wet spots that were not there yesterday. So, oh, freaking potholes even here. Lovely. But yeah, so we're getting more there. Metro Park's out trying to fill in their potholes. Alrighty. Almost around, guys. That was just pothole fish TV, or Fish Life TV, Trevor. That was just pothole. But, yeah, I'll have to show you guys this. It's kind of hard to do this while I'm driving, but, you know, I was saying a minute ago about what the waterfall we're doing. There's a group of swans that hang out at Campo or Candles Bay, whichever name you know it by, over by Harley. And they never left this winter. And that made me really worried to see how good our winter's actually going to be. But let me turn this around. You guys can see the back basin and that then too as I'm driving. But the edges here at the back basin, see if I can get an angle here. You can see how wet all this is here now. Zoom in. But so that is water on top of the ice, so it is sagging it down a little bit right there. That is definitely going to eventually go away. So let's go drive over by Venetian really quick. I feel like I'm doing my old school reports when I used to just drive around and view stuff. The swans are on the ice at the back marsh, and it looks like the edges are fried. I'll drive around. I'll swing back around here in a minute. The canal to get to that area is not safe, guys, from the Salfridge boat ramp. There's a lot of open pockets, and there's some current flow. So I don't think you can access that area legally at all. We do got a few people here. This is open water. So this is the flow out of Venetian right here. It normally opens up here first in the back basin anyways every year. Can I turn this sideways and still shoot the video? Oh, I can. Look at that. Oh, no, it's locked. Okay. But yeah, that's open water, and there's an ice shelf there. And then if you look really closely, see if I can do this. Couple guys fishing there. So we're gonna go around to the back marsh area where you guys have been asking for. I know it's a lot of people. Thanks, Jason, for the super thanks or chat or whatever that is. Appreciate it. A little bit of gas money always helps. In my case, it's diesel money. But so here are the swans. Get this thing to focus on the big picture out here. So these are usually the swans that hang out in Candles Bay or Campo Bay. They're out sitting on the ice. Open water right there. So there's going to be a nesting pair there. And then down at the end, on the other side of the hen house there, you can see some swans there. And there's a couple more swans further back as well. But the edges are shot back here at the marsh. So I don't think you're going to be able to do much with that. So where else you guys want me to go? I can drive around and check out some other places. Throw it up in the chat there. Where else you guys want me to go check? see if I can get a view of these geese and kind of explain what I was explaining earlier. And I, as a waterfowl hunter, which I have not done in the last couple of years because working up here around the shop, didn't have time, believe it or not. Clarity at Harley was a little off. I can drive over there, but hopefully I don't get a ticket for this. So right next to the building here are 2 geese, and then over here is the grouping. That's generally their young of the year. They're over there, but mom and dad are already starting to separate away from the main flock during the daytime when they're feeding, and that is usually a really good sign of spring. Blossom Heath, it's not good down there. I don't normally report down there just because a lot of private access. But the last report I heard was it was honeycomb in 4 inches. And that was, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's not good. Now, I did hear that there is ice up at Fairhaven. I have no problem. I can drive up there really quick for you guys and show you what's going on in the north end. I just got to hop on the highway and head north and do a bunch of stuff. So, but like I said in yesterday's video, guys, I'm not going to tell you anything safe right now. I'll show you where guys are out messing around. But this is some sketchy stuff. In my 20s, I would have been out here trying to fish still. I don't do that stuff anymore. I got a wife, I got a career. I got too many people depending on me to go do stuff like that. So, and I would rather stay alive and not die by going in the water. So, so where you guys want me to head next? You guys want me to head up to north end? Be happy to do that. Let me turn on some radio so it's not just me doing nothing. The Fairhaven had pretty good water clarity yesterday.